This is for you if you've ever had your account suspended on Amazon KDP. This is for you if you've ever had your account terminated, if you've ever had an account audit. And Amazon doesn't actually really call it this. This is just what I've been picking up from my experience. It's not easy. And I just want you to know, I know how you feel. And sometimes this happens for a lot of different reasons. Thank you for pressing play on this video. If you're new to this channel, my name is Jenny. I've published over 600 books and I love self-publishing because it's changed my life. But it is not always easy. And this is probably a video a lot of people will skip over because it is not easy. It is not fun to have issues with your account. One of my mentors, they grew their account organically to 6 figures. And they had some bonus content in their book. And Amazon has a guideline, a rule that you should not have more than 10% of your book be bonus content. And this creator had accidentally violated that. And Amazon sent them a list of all of the books they needed to change. There was a lot of books because they were building an email list for their books, and that's why they added bonus content. And they missed one of their books during the audit. And Amazon doesn't necessarily tell you you're in an audit, but they say you have 5 to 10 days or something to fix this thing. And this creator missed it, and Amazon terminated their account. So when we are publishing on a third-party platform, we have to play by their rules, right? Like, we have to do our very best. And my best advice for anyone that's going through that, I've been through all of these scenarios and we could break it down in this video if we need to. But the most important thing is that there are certain things that are not in your control, and then there is things that are in your control. And so when you get, I'm making a video about this because I don't think I've ever told you this, and I want you to have this in your toolbox. Whenever you get an email from Amazon and they say, we have taken your book out of this category because we don't think it belongs there, we're letting you know. Reply to that email immediately and say thank you so much. If you get an email that they ask you to update something, reply to that email immediately and say thank you so much for letting me know. And write down the deadline. When we publish on a third-party platform, we have to abide by those rules. And there are 3 KDP teams. One of them is in the United States. And we don't have a lot of control over some of the behind the scenes, right? All we can do is make sure that we're following the guidelines the best that we can. So there are some things that will happen out of your control. And there's been a lot of different examples. And we're never playing maliciously. Like, that is the best part about this. When bad things happen to good people, we are trying. And that's our intention. And it's also your job to communicate that to Amazon. Like, I have always enjoyed self-publishing with Amazon. Thank you for this opportunity. Like, it's okay to be submissive in that way. I'm mostly sharing this because sometimes people get an email and they ignore it, and then 5 days go by and their account is shut down. And it's really hard to get an account turned back on. Now, my first suspension happened, there was a Valentine's coloring book that I had created with my kids, and I wasn't that artistically excited about doing all the pages myself. So I started researching places that I could use commercial release clip art that gave me the copyright. And one of those was Creative Fabrica. So I signed up for a subscription. And I started downloading content like anybody who does who has a Creative Fabrica subscription. And this book was selling. It started picking up sales, and Amazon said, we need to have you show us that you own the copyright for this page. And it was like a teddy bear holding a heart. So I was confused by that because they needed the copyright. They actually suspended my account until I supplied that. And I went over to Creative Fabrica and looked in the licensing, and everything that you download has a particular license that you can submit to Amazon support. So I went to this teddy bear download and I clicked the license link, and there was nothing to be found. The link was broken, which means that Creative Fabrica had removed it from their site, which means that someone maliciously, I'm going to use the word malicious because and sometimes people don't know, sometimes people get stuff on Google, but somebody had taken this clip art and uploaded it to Creative Fabrica to make money by uploading art to Creative Fabrica, and it wasn't theirs. And so it got caught. I got caught in the crosshairs of that. And that gave me, what should we call that? That gave me Clipart Trauma. Like I was like on my way to a $20,000 month with all of my books. And it all came to a stop. And so I had to explain to Amazon that like this was not malicious intent. I've always kept the rules. I believe in rule keeping. Like I want to be an honest, law-abiding citizen and live within my conscience, right? Of what I have been taught that is right and wrong and what the light inside of me tells me is right and wrong. So with a lot of back and forth and apologizing, I was able to have my account reinstated. But they went through an audit system. And they don't really say, you're going through an audit. Maybe they do. I need to look. I need to print out the emails next time that I find them because I haven't been able to find them. And I need to dig deeper. And when I say next time, I hope this never happens again. I hope it never happens to anybody because it's not fun to have an income stream turn off. But that is the risk that we take for passive income because you make the book once, right? So I am just sharing this with you so you can put your questions below of different circumstances and things that we can talk through. But at the end of the day, I want you to know that I'm cheering you on and that there's going to be bumps in the road to time freedom and to your success. There has been more things that have happened to me in the past 30 days that I did not expect in my overall journey as an entrepreneur that many people say that's why I don't want to be an entrepreneur. Because there are things that are messy and uncomfortable and it's not fun. So if you're having any issues and you've gotten emails from Amazon, respond to them quickly. Understand that we've got to master the messy of playing the Amazon game to be able to keep our accounts safe and make sure that we're doing things honest and ethical because there's going to be weird hiccups. There are weird hiccups that happen that sometimes it's out of our control because we don't know what we don't know. And so the most important thing is to be in a place where we can say like, I know better. I love you. I'm cheering for you and I will see you in the next video.